JD's and Lettleman, are you overcompensating? My girl says I am perfectly adequate. Pistol comps, that is what's on the menu today. Are they effective? Are they worth it? And just how effective are they? We got a little bit of science here today. 2 pistols, bunch of different comps, and the ransom rest. You see them everywhere, whether they're dudes just enjoying them on the range or they're in competitions. There's a million different options for them, so they must be worth it, right? Well, we're gonna have to test it and figure it out. Now, you're probably asking yourself, what in God's green earth is this thing? This is a ransom rest. A ransom rest is like a $1,000 piece of equipment, how we have it set up here. This was made to proof test pistols. Basically, when a manufacturer wants to proof test a gun for accuracy, fit, function, and all of that stuff, this is what they use. This takes out all of the human error whatsoever. You simply drop the pistol in, you crank it down, and with a little bar right here, you can actually manipulate the trigger. So how are we supposed to quantify all of this data? How are we supposed to tell just how effective they are and what you are gaining? Well, with this little guy right here on top. So this right here measures the degree in which the muzzle is going to flip. As you notice, we have it zeroed here and we pull it up. Well, that's going to show us roughly 12.3 degrees of tilt. What does that mean? When you are shooting your pistol, bang, muzzle rises up, right? Yeah, kind of sucks. No way around that, unfortunately. Now, what we're going to measure is exactly how many degrees it's going to take off of the muzzle flip. So if we have a gun that shoots 0, well, that means we have a bullet hose, a space laser, if you will, a recoilless rifle. Most pistols, actually, I'm not sure if there are any pistols. There might be somewhere out there like Area 51, but for the rest of us dudes, yeah, we don't have access to that. So we shoot basic 9mm. Now guys, we have a Glock 17 and a Glock 19. I picked these 2 pistols here because, well, they're the most popular pistols out there. Everybody probably owns a Glock or at some point has shot a Glock. So each time that the gun goes bang, we're gonna see and be able to quantify how many degrees of muzzle rise we are getting. Stock versus comp. We have an agency comp for the 17, and we have the Radian Ramjet for the 19 here. So we're gonna get to the bottom of it. If comps are indeed worth it, and exactly how effective are they? So for each pistol, it takes its own special molded grip module. This is just for the Glock 17. The other is gonna be for the Glock 19 here. This is gonna make sure that we take out all human error possible to make it the most accurate results that we possibly can. So we pop these boogers off here. Probably gonna lose all of these screws, nuts, and washers. So we're gonna start with the Glock 17 first, and it's gonna be 100% stock. Okay, so we've got our pistol clamped in here. We just got to bring this guy up to 0 a little bit. So we're just going to raise it up just a touch here. Almost. Perfect. Okay, we're going to set that as our 0. So we got this thing cranked down in here. We've got this thing perfectly zeroed. Over there on the other side, we've got Bob. Say hi to Bob, everybody. Bob's our test subject today. He's going to be taking the receiving end of this testing. RIP hero. Now what we're going to do is we're going to start with the stock configuration, and then we're gonna shoot an entire mag through it, and then we're gonna look at the results and get the mean, the average muzzle rise with this. You know, why did they make such a beautiful cocking handle? With all of these optics, if God didn't want us to rack our pistols with the pistol optic, I mean, he wouldn't have made them, right? And let's begin. Sorry, Bob. Okay. 16.85. Now we got a few more rounds to do here. So it's pretty consistent so far. Okay, so it's looking like we're right around like 16.5 degrees of muzzle rise. This is 100% stock, again, running the 124 grain PMC stuff. Let's go ahead and move over to the Glock 19. Now, this, again, same exact ammo, just 100% stock, OEM barrel. We're gonna get this guy in here, clamp it down. Perfect 0. Let's go ahead and get some rounds on this guy. Eyes and ears, ladies and gentlemen, and we resume. Probably help if we loaded it. Part 2. Okay, let's see what we got, boys. 19 degrees, a little bit more than the Glock 17 for sure, which is expected out of a little bit smaller pistol. Let's keep it going. We're gonna finish the mag. Okay, so we have the stock OEM Glock. We're looking at like the upper 18s as far as muzzle degree rise. Let's go ahead and get these comps in here and see how effective they actually are. Okay, so we have an audience here. So we went ahead and put the radian afterburner on this Glock 19 here. I feel like the radian afterburner is kind of the perfect size for a Glock 19 because it doesn't add a tremendous amount to the extra length of your actual muzzle. So the overall length, we keep it a little bit more compact for, well, a more compact firearm. On the 17, we've got a little bit bigger one on there, so we might even see more aggressive results. It's a single port, but there's two different directional flows, so one up to the left and then one out to the right as well. Let's go ahead and get some shots on it. Before we do this, what do you think it's gonna be? How much do you think it's gonna take off? 10%, 5%, 5 degrees, 10 degrees? Go ahead and comment below. Oh, 13.45, 13.5. Well, that's not too bad, boys. Okay guys, so we have the numbers on the Glock 19. Over here at the top left, we have with the non-comp, so just stock OEM Glock 19. We have 18.61 degrees of muzzle rise. Now, when we add the radian afterburner, we bring that down to 13.23, which gives us a difference of 5.38 degrees of muzzle rise. So we are effectively gaining almost 29% decrease in muzzle flip. 29%. That's really impressive. And this isn't, to be quite frank with you guys, a super aggressive compensator on the end of this. I'm interested to see what the 17 is going to do. 29% decreased muzzle flip is sensational. That's a massive deal. If you tell somebody that you're going to get 29% less muzzle flip when you shoot your pistol just by adding this little guy, that's kind of impressive, but we're not finished yet. Guys, let's go ahead and move over to the 17 and see what that does. So we're cranking down the Glock 17 now. This is the agency 417 comp. So this is a big 2-port comp, and there's even 2 little slots on each left and the right side. So 2 on the top, and then 1 on the left side and 1 on the right side as well. Overall, I'm expecting a little bit higher results out of this guy here. This thing seems to be like it's gonna displace a lot more volume just because we have 2 ports on the top and then 1 on the left and also 1 on the right. All right, so here we go, boys, with the agency comp. 10.85, not bad. Okay, so we are finished with the Glock 17. Now, guys, without a comp, we have 16.33 degrees of muzzle rise. So every time I shoot this pistol without a comp on it, the muzzle is rising 16.33 degrees. Now, with the compensator, guys, we have 11.34 average mean muzzle rise. So every time I shoot it with the compensator, the muzzle is only rising 11.34. That gives us a difference of 4.99, 5 degrees of muzzle rise difference between the two, which gives us a total of 30.55% decrease in muzzle rise. That's really impressive, guys. So every time I shoot this gun with this comp on it, again, I am losing 30.55% of that muzzle rise and climb. The effectiveness of compensators is, well, the proof's in the pudding, guys. We've got a difference of, on a Glock 19, of just around 29%, and on the Glock 17, that's 30%. So yeah, we answered our question. Are compensators worth it? Yes, the answer is absolutely yes. How effective are they? Well, 29% to 30%. So JD's and Letterman, we do have a wrap on, is a compensator worth it? And how effective is it? Very effective and very much worth it. But we aren't gonna stop there. Next video, you're gonna have to stay tuned because we're gonna do compensators versus ports. Which is going to be better? Which is going to be more effective? Porting your weapon or throwing a compensator on it? Guys, you'll have to stay tuned. And like always, run your gun, not your mouth. We'll catch you next time.